Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny, JD,
and Erin.
A year in on BTS.
I feel like we should have got party poppers.
No, we had to throw away all of the party blowers because we had COVID.
We used them all for the birthdays.
So, yeah, BTS, 1 year.
I can't believe it. Did you think it would get this far?
I know, I didn't know the monsters I was creating. So yeah, because it's a year for you guys, your introduction.
We
to
were
BTS.
not born, we were made.
Yeah. So yeah, for me,
villain origin story right here. You've been with us the whole time to watch it.
Oh gosh, you've seen the fall from grace. Yeah, no. So for me, it's been a few years, but for you guys, it's been a year. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what you think. And if you thought that you would get this far, when I said to you, I was like, "Oh, I've got something I can show you for your channel. What were you like?" You're like, "Oh, okay."
Well, no,
you're generally open-minded people, which is great. But
I thought, like going into it, I might like it, and even like the first 1 or 2 videos, I thought, "Oh no, it's not what I expected. It's quite good." And I thought I'll probably listen to it a bit.
And do you recall me warning you, being like, "Yeah, that's how it starts."
The rabbit hole.
Like, yeah, and you're gonna be like.
Yeah, I remember the warning.
I was like, that's so fit.
Oh dear.
I didn't. If you told me a year ago that we would be so deep in that we would have been so desperate for content that we'd have filmed at ridiculously long days just so that we could get things in between like COVIDs and lockdowns, and that our first opportunity to go out, we'd be going to like an entirely Korean music night. I don't know that I would have believed you, because I'd have thought, one, ew, we're going like out late and on public transport. No, that's not like,
days ago.
Our desperation for it.
If you told me how much time I would spend just listening to BTS or watching BTS
or embracing cute stuff.
Oh god, yeah, that's the big thing. Cute stuff.
If I
romantic stuff, crying because someone is too beautiful. What?
I had to hold back myself because, like, when I was introducing it to you, if I'd have been like, "Yeah, but they're so fit," and like every now and again, like he'll grab his belt, you would have literally looked at me like I was a weirdo. And now you're weird too. Now you're weird too. Yeah.
It is.
If you'd have told me a year ago, you're going to miss people you've never met.
Yeah.
Because I've said that to you. I've messaged you and like, I miss them, and it's weird because it's like, how do I miss them?
I was like, it's real.
I don't know what's happening to me.
Yeah. But again, I mean, even from the beginning, it was like, it's totally cool. It might even just be like, you like it and it's okay, I might listen to it, but it's not quite for me to that extent. Like, that would have been totally fine. But it did. It just kept going and going because you wanted it to. Like, but you liked it. So that's what I was happy about.
If you had told me a year ago, Jenny, you're going to be trying to learn Korean and arguing with people who dare say anything bad about BTS. Yeah.
But I also think there's really cool, eye-opening feelings that come from it as well. Like I said, you guys are pretty open-minded people anyway, which is lovely, and I think that's one of the big reasons we are friends.
It has opened my eyes.
You see other people's closed-mindedness
who aren't open-minded that I always thought were.
Yeah, and that you've can experience some disappointment with people that you know and you thought you know.
But it's okay because I don't need friends. I have BTS.
That's it.
It's made me realise that there is so much other stuff in the world that I'm missing out on. And
so there's not enough hours in the day. I wish that, you know what I mean? I just want to experience everything, but there's just not enough time.
Yeah, happy ARMYversary to us.
Oh, I love it.
Also, whilst we're on ARMYversary, let me grab this. We received for our PO box a lovely postcard from one of our patrons, Mira. Hi, Mira.
Thank you, Mira.
Congratulating us on a year of BTS reactions, and she hopes to see us for many more.
Yeah.
Well, I think your wish will come true, I'm sure, because I don't.
You can't take them away from me.
Yeah.
No one is taking them away from me.
You know, I've created.
Why are you taking from me? I'm on the crazy
You're
train
trying to take Tay away from me. No. We're not doing this today. This is a happy day. And I would be really happy.
Oh,
don't you want me to be happy?
No.
You're married in real life. I have nothing.
That's your problem, love.
Did you think you knew who we'd be picking as biases or who would catch our eye?
I knew that JK would catch you. JK.
How?
Because he was young.
Because especially like obviously as he got older. Like I know that we started, like we did some, and then we went back to the beginning and things like that. But yeah, definitely the newer content as he is growing. I was like, yeah, Jenny.
But why me and not her?
I don't know, and I could imagine either J-Hope, Jin, or V for you because they're kind of quirky and silly. Yeah, but I don't know.
So did Sugar surprise you for me?
No. He's savage. But the other side of him as well is like sleepy cutesy, so yeah, no. It makes sense. I wouldn't have seen it straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away, the one that was obvious for me for you was JK. But no, when you started in Sugar, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I couldn't have the like BTS without one of them.
I couldn't pick out something about any of them that I dislike.
That one time V-Spat.
But that was a big character.
But you are the question that one.
But you know what I mean? I can say, oh, I love this about so-and-so, but I could never pick out anything about any of them that I don't like.
One of them must snore, and then I just have to kill him.
Hey, we can't complain when it comes to sleep stuff. We all have our weird sleep stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
What was yours?
Sleep hallucinations.
Yeah, you hallucinate. I strip in my sleep. And you, what is it you do?
I didn't do anything.
You snore, you whine snore. She isn't complaining if they snore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so, not today.
Oh, are we also going to watch our reaction back to it? We could watch our first reaction
I'm
video.
glad you asked. If you would like to see us rewatch our own video.
React to our own reaction.
We're going to do that over on Patreon as an exclusive.
Okay. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Me containing my obsession. Just
Yeah, it'll
gently.
be interesting to see.
Let it out.
Yeah, what you.
I was trying to contain myself. Do you know what I mean?
So
I think
funny.
literally we'd probably be watching it, and in their facial expressions and things that we're much more familiar with now, I'd be like, and you guys are like, okay. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't hit, and I'm like, oh my god. So
Well, that's the thing, because I watch videos now like mic drop, and I'm like, whoa, this is an attack. Blood, sweat, and tears. That is a full on. I don't have more of. I feel like I need more of a word than attack because it's just a full on assault. It's
But I think back then,
the best way.
because I wasn't being attacked, so I was like, well, I want to know, and I was probably
you were
more like,
studying the MV.
yeah, and like analytical about things. Whereas
Yeah.
now I'm like, try and say something constructive. Did you see the bit of sweat? And they're like, where have I descended? I started off so well.
Yeah.
It's like we've swapped, and I'm much more observant on things. That concert, when we watched Black Swan, I said stuff about it. Nice choreo.
It nice choreo. Oh fuck me. Do you know why? It's exactly
You
why.
got PTSD.
Yeah, because she's trying to be like, I'm going to think and say something really, there was just one button between me and his chest.
Yeah,
It's
ain't no
what
lie.
her brain went.
No, I'm real perverts here. But it's
Yeah,
true.
slip.
There is two parts of the brain. It is the part of that we appreciate about all the intellectual stuff and learning about them, and then there's just the physical. Oh my god, and the
Just the physical part is a lot bigger in my brain.
At what point do you think in our journey did you realise that you could fully be your authentic loon self?
When did you realise that
After
I've
on.
got them?
After on.
yeah, because on was like bang, and you
I
were
was going to say, what was the moment where you were like, I've got them. There's no going back now.
I think it's, I
Oh.
never thought I'd have an involuntary reaction.
the hook was in there. I think with mic drop by mic drop.
Yeah,
I think
that was the second video.
That was because it was like
So the first one that came to my mind, which might just be because we only just watched a dance practice, was War of Hormone.
Oh, that was a good significant one. That was,
Dope. Oh my god, do you remember Dope when I...
Yes, chest palpitations. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, I think it was like the hook was going in deeper for all of them, but yeah.
I think my biggest turning point.
And you started mentioning
was
like
Dimple.
these facial expressions, like they're so, and I was just like,
Dimple will be like, everything was really, really interesting, but I don't know why, but Dimple just stuck, and I thought,
I don't know why. Let me think. Ooh, body rolls.
but it's not even the body roll, it was just the aura of it all.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh
The
my god, they know
swag.
exactly what. I've not seen anything like this. And I kind of just remember turning a corner, and then
we've lost Erin. That was it. Alice, that's spinning down that rabbit hole.
it went. And I think that was, and I know when I you know, if I watch bits back, it will probably seem like it was a different way, but for me, in my head, that's where I just came away that day and thought, well, goodbye world.
Yes. I think something changes as well in the whole becoming an ARMY thing when you get into stuff like Gaio, that behind the scenes them being themselves stuff. I think something changes then.
Yeah, and you're right, because I think it deepens your love for them, basically.
Yeah, it goes
You're
from,
like, oh my god,
it goes from finding them physically attractive to love.
Yeah, to loving them. You're literally like, oh my god. And it's funny because you're like, how can I miss someone I've never met? I see photos of like RM on it. I'm like, I love you. I'm like, how can I love this? I don't know this man, but I do. I'm like, oh my god, I love him.
I'm excited to rewatch them because I have not seen it in ages. And
leather trousers, have mercy. That's all I remember.
And I know there's a really good nice dance bit as well. Where they change outfits. Because I remember Kat pointing that
Jimin
out.
has his pink hair.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I remember of my as in I remember the MV because I've seen it many times. It's amazing.
I've watched it many times, but I'm not always focused. I'm doing other stuff. But I do confess there have been times when it's been on and I've been doing something and I look up and I'm like, oh, I missed Sugar's bit, and I start it again. Because he's first. Blue hair, leather trousers. Okay, let's do this. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. If this is your first video of ours, where have you been? This is a year in. Come on. Go back. Watch the other one first and then this one.
They've probably been avoiding this hot mess. They're like, these bitches crazy.
Because I would also like to highlight, if you are someone who skips the chat to just the reaction bit, okay, that's up to you. But this is not our first time watching. So I don't want to see in the comments people going, you know the words.
We'll have to put the title. Yeah, we have to put it in the title of the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Rewatch.
This is our rewatch.
Yes.
But also, if you have been here for a year, thank you.
Yes, thanks for sticking with it.
Sticking with this. What's wrong with you?
Even if there was nobody.
Yeah, what does that say about you?
Yeah. I think a lot of people are literally like, this is a mess. I relate. I feel like this is,
What we should be.
I don't think they should have changed this. Bloop, bloop.
I remember you saying that it was so cinematic and actually being really stunned that this was
an MV, yeah.
We've never done a behind the scenes of this either, because I like the idea that during that they kept racing when they weren't supposed to be. Cause
I don't think I noticed that like Felix he got shot there.
Yeah.
And this was back when we couldn't get through a full MV and we had to pause.
I don't know if we paused, but we blocked bits out.
No,
copyright.
No, we would stop and we would chat at different points.
Because we thought copyright wasn't going to let us have it.
And also probably we just needed to understand.
I don't like the contacts, the different coloured eyes.
We've said that before though.
I like them. I don't mind them.
I like the effect, but I miss them.
So commanding. I love them. I love J-Hope's outfit.
V has some really good facial expressions in this video.
I love all the choreo.
Yeah.
And they're always like still, and then they do a couple of moves, don't they? And it's... I don't know how this didn't hit me the first time.
There he is.
That
Candyman. In the leather trousers.
The shoulder. Faces. One thing I have noticed a lot watching it back though, it's not fair on Jin, this video.
Yeah.
I don't get enough Jin.
That's, I mean, we know he's there.
Yeah.
Worldwide handsome. I think we did talk about that, didn't we? That RM and Jin at the beginning were maybe more on the side of the choreo, the formations.
No, I just mean overall, I feel like we don't get much of Jin in this video.
Yeah.
I love this bit.
Yeah.
Have we not noticed J-Hope as well?
I do think that's my favourite part of the song, is where J-Hope comes in. It's so different.
It's good, yeah. I mean, they're so beautiful, their skin.
Imagine if we slowed us down.
No, I don't want to think about it.
Oh, the reflective floor. So good.
And it's like just the dance and the footwork kills me.
And the swag that they have. Do you know what I mean? The attitude. Have we ever watched a live performance or not today?
No, we've only ever done this MV.
Okay.
Oh, look at him get shot.
Why are you laughing? Like, look at him get shot.
Because you know he's acting.
Straight into my arms. Wow. Okay, stunning.
This is amazing when you see this live and you hear the feet, the stomping.
Yeah. I mean, Jimin is. I love the hair. How did I not? Maybe I don't know.
Do you see what I mean though? Watching this, watching this now.
I love his little smile.
Jimin doesn't do little smiles, he smirks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know?
I know I'm killing you.
Yeah.
And I like it.
He's like, I'm so like powerful and angry, but you know.
I love that link and the pop. It's such a cool video, isn't it?
It's so good.
That went really fast though.
Oh, it feels like a blink.
Yeah, time flies when you have
Especially when you consider it had the intro bit as well, yet it still felt like it went so fast.
It does, yeah. When there's like the MVs that are so intense, like the intensity is just maintained, that's when I feel like it goes really, really quickly. But yeah. Any different feelings watching that now from first time that you can... I think you said a couple of times, I can't believe this didn't hit me the first time.
I
I know.
Or JK coming in with that dance, the first bit of the chorus, or the... What's it called? The hook, when he's doing his... on his own.
Yeah.
But then, that's the thing, I'm watching that thinking, oh, he looks good. How did that not hit me? And then Jimmy jumps into frame like, whoa!
Yeah.
How did that not hit me?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Jimin.
V's biting. His facial expressions are really good in that one. And it's so funny because I remember you picked that up later and you were like, he does this like sort of biting thing.
with
Like,
his
it's really
mouth.
strange and attractive. I was like, yeah.
It's hard because, again, I'm still trying to watch all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did miss Jin.
Oh, yeah.
And
He is a supportive role in that MV, bless him.
Like I say, you say about going back to V's mouth and the biting thing. Sugar has this thing where he like raises his top lip. So hot. Again, they do it and you're like, I should be thinking it's weird, but it's so hot.
But sometimes weird is hot. Like weird quirkiness, a little bit different. Yeah.
I like to hope it's going to work for me.
I know, right?
The weird will
live
become
in
hot. But no, you know what I mean. He does it a lot in his solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. J-Hope,
yes.
when he comes in, that was like probably, intro to he could have gone like quite savage.
Actually, that's really interesting you mention that because I do think in Not Today, it's not happy J-Hope, it's not angry Cypher J-Hope, which you've yet to see, but you've seen from Ugh.
Yeah.
He's kind of in the middle, somewhere in the middle. He is
Yeah.
commanding.
It's like
but...
he could chuck in a smile and it could be cheeky, or he could throw like a look and you'd be like,
yeah. So actually, he's in the middle.
Yeah,
That's
he's on that
J-Hope.
precipice of, I'm smiling, but you know, one word and shit's going down.
Yeah,
we can either walk away happy or like, you know, we can.
Yeah.
But he's in the warning zone.
yeah, that's it. Because he's still very powerful. Yeah, and yeah, I love that's. It's so hard to pick which my favourite choreo is, but that's one of my. I do really love all the footwork in there because the precision and the timing is so good.
It's just like
And with their backup
RM's,
dancers.
voice stands out, and that one is so deep.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really deep. I mean, we know his voice is deep, but I don't know, in that one, he's just like, no, it really. Maybe it's because
It's
you go.
the tumbling bit. And
Yeah, it could be because you go from him to J-Hope that it stands out.
It's a really nice, contrast. Yeah.
And it's
hard.
and I think when we were
We want
watching
a
it,
trampoline.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yes, can we be on a trampoline, please?
when we were watching it the first time, obviously you're just focusing on what they present right in front of you.
Yeah.
So, obviously, when the second part of the song, when RM's doing his bit, I hadn't noticed before how J-Hope like pushes through and like they all kind of come in like that, and it's all those little bits in the background that now I know to look for. I know that I need to look for facial expressions and other little like cheeky bits or just savagery.
And again, it's the cultural references as well of them obviously saying with the youth of today, and it's like the barriers are up, people putting barriers in front of us, they're like, no, not today, we're not going to accept your barriers, we're not going to accept the glass ceiling that you set for us, we're going to set our own standards. So
Do you think that's why the floor was reflective? Because that's almost like a glass ceiling, isn't it?
Ooh, amazing, maybe.
Even if it's not, it's just a great visual. Isn't it?
It's amazing, yeah.
So,
Really,
can you imagine
good.
going through like cleaning it in between? Is that so squeaky marks?
I think it was CGI. I don't think, but please don't quote me on that. It's a good point you said about let's watch try and find a behind the scenes, because it could have been some sort of platform, but maybe they put that shine on it for CGI. But knowing BTS, sometimes some things that I think are CGI are actually real.
One of the things I do love about the choreo in this, and again, I don't know all the technical terms that you know. I don't know whether you call it isolation movements, where they're almost like they freeze and then they do a few little bits and then they freeze again, and they're doing all that in almost for all the kind of verse parts, the rap parts, they're doing that.
Yeah, so it's isolation, and then you also got you have things like push pull. So push pull would be like where they're going really fast and then they slow down.
Yeah.
Whereas isolation is usually where you move one body part at a time.
Okay.
So
they
do
all
of that. Yeah, it's amazing.
That goes with the feel of the song though, because it has that.
Yeah.
And it has like these little like. You know, like on a heart monitor, like where you peak up. That song has that, so
almost
it gives you
like staccato in singing sort of thing. Like
it gives you that like drive with the song.
It's almost like it's reminiscence of Bullet Fire. Yeah, see?
No, I've never been under fire.
I don't know that, no. But it's just, again, like you said, the detail of what they think about, it's amazing.
But then, so we're talking about like the reflective floor, and you get the visual up where they're in that triangle formation. The only thing, and it reminded me that it annoyed me the first time I watched it as well, Sugar's jacket is red, and so it ruins the pattern.
Oh, unless he was at the tip, because then it would have
he
been a
wasn't.
tip. But that's what I mean. He wasn't.
Yeah.
So, but if
So I'm like, it breaks the
because all the backup dancers at that point were in
and
black.
and they were all, and I don't know what. And it's not a big deal, but for me, I'm like,
Colour coordination.
you're just messing with my symmetry, boys.
For all we know, that could be some sort of logo thing that we don't know about, and there's a reason there's a red dot.
loads of people saw it and they were like, "It's the Illuminati." I don't know.
That's just
And also,
something
it's
I
when it
noticed.
goes to dark. I don't know if they did that with CGI, because obviously with the CGI, because they've got the stuff almost falling, haven't they?
What's just falling?
Oh,
I don't
what, like
know.
the dust that comes down
I
the
don't know if
building
it's dust
shapes.
or like, you know, if you were standing near a fire and you see the little bits. Am I imagining that?
That's in Mic Drop. I don't know if in Not Today.
I'm sure that I have that on that bit of the video.
I didn't look in the sky, so I don't know.
No, I mean, it's like around them. You can almost see it like it's...
It might be dust though, because it is like crumbly, does it? Or it could be like, you know, when you
Or like
if you
it's
were just
lighting
slow
effect or
motion
something.
shoot a gun, don't you get like the
Unless it's supposed to be like everything's
Again,
burning
why
around
are
us.
you hanging around guns all the time?
I mean, I hate guns. I literally remember I'm the one that got really upset in the MV where they had the gun.
Bulletproof.
Yeah. Did they have a gun, or it was just gun?
It was guns.
There
yeah.
was guns in it.
Yeah. And I didn't obviously like that, but I understand why, and then blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'm like the most anti-gun person.
Okay, I'm going to feel really stupid if we now watch this again and it's not there at all. And I'm like,
I don't know.
You need to go for an
I check if that's what you're seeing.
okay,
it could be.
yeah, so now we're going to watch it again. Can you stop beating her?
Oh, but sorry.
We're going to watch it again at 0.25 speed. Now, usually we save the 0.25 speeds for Patreon, but as it's our 1 year anniversary, this one will be Patreon and YouTube. And this is what happens when we watch things at 0.25 speed.
For research purposes.
Because it happens so fast.
Scientific.
How can you see every blink otherwise?
Every little expression.
Facial expression, movement.
YouTube, bring us out like a 0.15 speed, please.
Although, just to say, we turn off the volume, we turn off the song, because the audio also speeds up and slows down. And it was, and we were like, oh, no, that's so creepy.
It's not a good sound for anyone.
No. And, when you turn off one sense,
the rest is heightened, yeah, so the visuals...
they just sing for themselves.
Okay, so let's do that. The slow motion, get into the run.
Well, let's appreciate
Where is that?
the vision.
Is that somewhere in Korea?
Or is that CGI'd?
I have no idea. We need to write down our questions as we watch it so that we can.
I want to see what it looks like
later.
from above. If it's like a swirl all the way down.
It makes me think that it's CGI'd, but what if that's real?
Oh,
Looks
there was
like
like a reflection.
Like a quarry.
See, look at them in the back. Jin's really running. Look at his
Yeah.
face. This makes me think they raced.
How do you
How does he
Just-
flick his hair like that?
But how did someone go, shot? Like you've been.
Can everyone stop kidding?
No, we're not doing this.
Shot.
Always this happens.
But you see that later with Jimin as well, when he flicks his head back when he's obviously showing that acting that he's been shot.
So are you doing it at full motion, or are you pretending to slow down to, or are you just like, is that just naturally how you do it, and they're just glorious in slow motion?
I don't know. I think that you should attempt it while we film you, and then we'll put it on Instagram.
So then we've talked before, haven't we, about all the choreo they do?
Oh, it says today on there. Oh, not today on the side of the building. Didn't know that.
We talked about the choreo before though, and how their hair still stays perfect.
Yeah.
I did watch a TikTok of of a Korean guy doing his hair and all the different stages of it, and I was like, do you know what? That makes sense. There was so much care and everything that went into it. I don't know. I mean, I've never done male hair before, so I don't know.
As you say that, I'm literally sitting there thinking, I washed mine.
I know. I washed mine.
It's clean. That's all you're gonna get. Slow mo walk.
I almost feel like we could have the Terminator music over the top of this bit.
What's Terminator music?
She hasn't seen Terminator.
Oh my!
It's one of my favourite films.
In my
Do you know
head,
what I
you
mean?
were going
Like, from
into
the
like
doo-doo,
the long and
doo-doo.
winding road is where my head was going.
Oh!
With your little...
No, but you know, they're like the beginning,
Yeah.
and then it goes into that bit, like
But
cool.
when
Or
you say
something
the
a bit
doo-doo-
more
EastEnders.
sultry.
Oh.
Chicken whack. Again,
I mean,
just the care to do that.
It
yeah.
reminds me of like the MMA.
So we get JK's sexy walk, and we've got RM's sexy walk.
And it's so cool. Who ever thought to do that panning shot? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a really cool.
Oh,
And this is why we watch it in slow motion, because I've never noticed this kind of shot before. It's all so fast.
There's bits falling from this, the dust. If this is
No,
what
it's
I was,
not
but
what I'm
when you said
thinking
about
of.
out in the open air, I wasn't.
Yeah, I know
sure.
the bit I'm thinking of, and I really hope I'm proved right, and I'll be really smug.
We're not disputing. You're just
No, because
you're
it'll
not.
be me noting a detail that wasn't to do with how they look.
You're like, I'm so proud of myself.
So he's got different colour contact
Yeah,
lenses, isn't he?
that's what I said at the beginning. He's
Yeah, no, I know
one's-
he's
they're
about
different
contact
colours.
lenses.
Is it one green and one
Yeah.
blue?
Or one's brown and one, I don't know, but they are different.
See, how did you not pick this up as being part of your culture, Jimmy?
It's true. I wouldn't want these costumes for my cult, I want to see them. My cop's going to be sexy pirate attire.
And it must be hard for them as dancers because they're holding quite like a low lunge, and that's never pleasant to do.
No, they're very,
and
very
repeated,
fit,
you'd be like, ouchie.
I feel like I'm going to want to pause some of this. Just because I want to see what everyone's doing. Sugar's at the front only.
I'm okay with that.
I love how there's so many moments where they're actually like off the ground, where they're bouncing around so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look,
Sugar!
Look at V's little...
The nose, right?
Look, V looks like he just got shot.
See the nose? It was subliminal messaging from day one.
I like that Sugar's hair, it's not black, it's like a navy blue.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like petrol.
I think it's black with blue bits in it, and that's why it doesn't look completely blue.
I'd get dizzy spinning around doing that.
Look at him. How did this not... How did this not
He's
hit
going,
me?
no, not to J Jenny, I'll come for you later.
Oh, angry Sugar! I'm going to watch this in slow motion every time from now on.
Bit of angry Jimin in the background.
J-Ho.
Yeah. Coming on in. They're just so in time.
I was thinking the same thing.
I love just seeing every movement.
Wiggle that finger at me.
We can't be the only army that watch it this slowly, right?
I think we'd probably create a trend, because to be fair, I think before we did this, I had possibly watched different little bits at 0.25 speed when I wanted to pick up on, like, I was like, oh, I thought I saw something there, slow it down.
We did it with
but
the
I've
dance.
never done it with a whole MV before until I'm with you girls.
It was Butter started it.
We might have started a trend. Maybe other army are doing this now.
These the moves are really
man.
like they are under fire.
It's a good transition, isn't it?
It's brilliant transition.
Now
And
this
the
in
pink,
slow motion, I might watch on my own.
bit of angry JK in there.
He just does a lot of touching himself. No, he does a lot of... He puts his hands on his head, down his body.
and-
Yes.
That must be really intimidating to film. You've got a big space just with you and the camera's so far away. It must feel hard to fill like that big of a space.
And boom, I'm here.
They actually did really, really well. Big Hit and Hype, they do for a lot of BTS videos, they use drones filming. So that bit would have been filmed by a drone, I imagine. They're really good with drone. They did loads of drone filming in On. You know, they were down in that...
Is anyone else noticing Jimin's thighs? Because obviously they're like so tight, those trousers.
yeah.
It's perfectly shaped.
Sorry, never mind. Oh!
Sorry.
See, this is where the shoulder...
Oh,
The hair.
go on, do it. Do it. No, tease me.
That is such a good camera shot. Why did the others all get that? And what's
That's
being
what they're
thrown
so
in the
good
air?
at. That's what they're so good at. You know how we always say they appear from nowhere?
Yeah.
The person in front is so good at keeping your eye on them that you don't notice anything else. Hi. Anyone else was to come at me with a face like that, like towards me, I'd be backing away. Not that.
Like jumping down but transitioning
Yeah.
out of your jump. It's not like you jump and then you go.
Now I can see a bit of Jin.
I don't think Kat would be coping very well with this right now, would she?
Oh no!
And those zips and that belt with the
And he knows.
the metal ring on it. It's very good.
Even so, like, Jin's got his eyes right into the camera.
Sometimes I think with J-Hope, where he's so happy and lovely, it's easy to see him as cute, and he knows.
His face just then, though, it almost went into a smile, and then it went to like a grr.
Oh.
The footwork's too fast, even in slow motion. Look at it. I could could try and copy this right now at slow motion, and I wouldn't be able to do
We
it.
would fail.
I love the footwork. I love it.
I also really like this triangle formation because you can still see the two at the back
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
JK. Oh, the angry face.
I
from
love
JK
the
then.
shoulder. I don't want to say shimmy, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Do you see how angry his face got?
Can we rewind that, please? Can we pause that?
Pause.
I feel like there was a lot of facial expressions there that we just need to go over that little section again.
Of JK or
JK to B, like whatever you noticed there, it was just a lot, and I'd like, man, Spider, we need 7 sets of eyes, like to
8 because you want the whole visual
That's it,
that they're
that's
trying
it.
to show you.
the multi-screen view for the concerts is what I want.
I need a
All
fan
the
cam in my
time.
head.
Yes. Basically.
Okay. Is J-Hope doing the Macarena? I bet he'd make that look cool. Even that.
Oh my god! Right, if we meet him, we should ask him to revamp the Macarena.
He'd be doing it looking really cool, and Jimin would make it the sexiest dance you've ever seen. Okay, so how far back are we going?
Only like, yeah, just like that section's good, yeah.
What?
So
What
who is
makes
it? Did you
you
say
think
V? Did you say V's face was very angry? You
Yeah,
said
he
that
did
JK's
like his
okay.
open mouth
Okay.
Oh.
anger.
Open mouth.
His grr.
No, it wasn't a gur, it was an open
Okay.
That's quite like a pushed movement as well, isn't it? Like you're pushing against.
Yeah. Oh, J. Sorry. Oh, V.
Yeah. Jimin just staring at the
JK's
camera.
face here gets angry. Ooh.
J-Hope smirking. Look at him.
Yeah, but then it goes to anger.
But
Do you see what I mean?
Jimin doesn't even pull a face. He just stares, and it's so intense. Ooh, V.
RM looked like quite fierce then.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You
Oh,
sounded
Jimin.
so upset.
I am.
Oh, so cute. Dimple.
A little bit of a smile there. Yeah, it's like the whole line blocking them and they're trying to find like a weak link to break through.
I will say, something I have noticed, RM's dimple does something to me. Oh, the tongue. There he comes.
It's like he's come in to save the day.
Yeah.
And
Like,
because when he comes through, they say Jay, don't they? Like they're introducing him almost.
Oh, I never noticed that little like over to you, mate.
No, you did.
Sugar.
Oh, did you see me? Yeah, covering his nose.
It's so funny how they kind of look like they went from their own. Oh, I didn't. Oh, why is that person? Is that like a gun?
I think it's meant to be like a gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
They went from their own moves into the joint.
Yeah.
That's what you were
Sorry,
saying.
I'm glad. Thank you for finishing my sentence because I got distracted.
See what I mean? I wonder whether
Shin's
they
legs
were
were
given
so
a line
long.
up where they had to stay in, or whether they were just told to run. Jimin's knee. See the blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like some dusty bits there.
It's not
That's
what
like
I'm talking
gravel.
about. You'll
It's
see.
like gravel from the. Okay. Julia.
Oh, here's all that smoky.
It's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
It's the panic starting to
Very
set in now.
No, it's a specific part I'm thinking of. It's not yet. Oh, hi. Don't worry, sugar. I'm looking at you.
I love that white bomb jacket.
What? Stop. There's sugar behind. I swear there was tongue.
Oh,
I think I saw a little lip bite just then.
It could have been lip bite. There was tongue. There was something going on in his mouth. All because I said hi to V.
So I'm going to try and what?
oh yes!
That was like a swirl.
You keep your eyes off.
No! There was like a swirl that happened then.
Yeah, I'd be really intrigued to see if the floor is real or how they did it.
I mean, I think it would have been really hard to do with CGI. Ooh.
So even then, like there's swaps, so V goes over
Yeah.
and then Sugar's there in the middle. It's really good.
It's so seamless when they do
Angry
move.
Sugar's face.
Have I ever mentioned I love him?
Repeatedly.
I don't think I've ever told anyone in my life I love them as much as I say it to him. I genuinely mean that. Okay, you too.
Ooh.
You too.
Do you see what I mean? It just...
Yeah.
That doesn't look real compared to what they would do, but that
Amazing,
does.
Unless they,
See
they
the
were
pink in
dancing on
JK's
it.
hair there. See, there's bits flying around, but when it goes dark, I'm sure it's like almost like little. I don't know what to call them. From a bonfire.
Flecks.
Yeah, I know there's a word for it, and it bugs me that I can't think of what it is.
Like fuselage, sort of. Isn't that what they call it? Wreckage, like.
Ash.
His face, he actually looks happy there. No, he said angry.
It's just even stepping back the right amount and jumping forward to be
Yeah.
so aware of all of the people around you,
Yeah.
but still perform to your best.
Yeah, it's a massive amount of trust. So you're trusting that the person behind you is going to do the steps,
And
so
that they're
you
in the
can
right
do
place.
yours. Yeah.
So,
So now they
were
were all then trapped behind that line, bar
and then they start
RM.
getting
Yeah.
shot.
So when you do dance practices like that, you'll practice as a group in front of the mirror, but then you start to then move to do the same routines
Yeah.
not in front of the mirror, and then it's massively just about trust.
Which is why it must be so hard in like the concert. Look at the hair.
So is it just RM that doesn't get shot then?
Can I just say,
He's there.
Jimin's hair, once it had gone back there, he looked like something out of Dragon Ball Z. Look at his hair, look! And he
know
was
what you
to lift
mean.
his head up.
It's like they're all running from it. Oh no, does he get...
Is that then maybe like letting it go? Instead of fighting it?
They've survived.
Jimin's shoulder survived, look at that. JK amazes me in that he can look like a completely different person
Or is JK the only one that...
in the same
Outrun it.
video. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, it's angry J Hope face again. Oh, I just love the...
Yeah. RM's face. I'd like to think they watch it in slow motion and laugh at themselves for the faces they've
We've got a peak of skin and underwear line then.
Oh! That's my RM. This is what you're here for. This is what 9.25 speed gets you. Skin. Sugar's so cool. Or swaggy, as you would say.
It's one of his favourite words. Swag.
It does describe him perfectly.
It is such cool choreo. I need to see a live version now.
Oh, here it comes. And lips on that boy.
Leg! Do you reckon he tried it angry and then went with
Right,
the,
it's in the dark. There! See?
Oh. So it's like the, what do you call it?
Embers!
Embers! That's it. Embers from fire.
I'm so glad I've worked that out and that I was right, or I would have been all day thinking about that. Shoulder work.
In fairness, I'm glad. I would have felt bad if it was something a little bit more in the forefront that I would have missed. It was only a little bit, but very good picking up on detail.
Oh, I
that
love-
was not to do with them.
I love how they've got that flexed foot and they're moving that around. This is where my life would fall down. They'd be like, right, you can be in a BTS video, but you've got to run. Can't do it.
That would actually get me in the gym.
Yeah, I must get myself
I
healthy and
must
fit
be
enough
fast enough to catch
so
at least
that I
one.
can be cast.
Oh yeah, cast. Oh, they link.
It's
Do you
the
reckon-
lyrics, isn't it? Together.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you reckon
that?
that's a bit of a we're linked together and they can't be knocked down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're stronger together. Because when they when they were shot down, they were all running as individuals. But when they took a stand and then were joined, it's like, yeah, we're stronger if we stay here. Actually,
I hope you learnt a lot from
Yeah.
that research. I feel like I did.
yeah, yeah.
There's little bits that you don't get at full speed because there's too many people and there's just too much going on. It's
Too
too
much
fast.
going on. Yeah.
Do you know what? Now I really desperately want to watch 0.25 speed.
Oh,
Dope.
We'll add it to the list. Patreon exclusives for research purposes, of course.
Yeah.
I fear Jimin in that.
I'm glad for a 0.25 speed that's going on YouTube that wasn't as what words am I looking
You
for?
mean when we do an in-depth biological analysis of anatomy? And
Let's just say we weren't
cause and
having
effect
to
of BTSD.
pause and rewind to see at what angle we might have seen a nipple.
to be fair, that was not all of us. That was you and Jin.
That's when I caught myself trying to see if I could look through a different angle from a video.
You're watching the TV screen and you're going,
I'm that cat that goes round the back to see where the animals
the
are.
birds, yeah. The squirrel's gone.
What have they done to me? This is awful.
So so what I'm
Fine, it is
taking
weird.
away from that 0.25 speed is that I can't do BTS choreo even in slow motion, and Sugar's tongue is something to look out for in these videos because he's in there sneaky.
And that I miss Jin. He could have brought some into that, and I'm sad that he wasn't. But
Not
I get
even
it.
like a slow-mo stare into the camera. And
He
I don't want
just,
to pigeonhole him into this kind of he's just handsome and we should look at him because obviously there's so much more to Jin. But we don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a shame he didn't get really much time in that one.
But there are others where he shines.
Yes.
It's just, I mean, I think they do an amazing job for there being that many of them.
Yeah.
And I know there are bands with more, but
It's true though, it sounds horrible, and I'm not going to name any names or anything like that, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but when you sometimes see groups and you're kind of like, oh okay, that one's that one, that that this person brings this, what does that person bring? They're almost like just a filler. Do you know what I mean? But with BTS, I literally feel each and
they
every
all
one
have
of
their
them,
role.
they
I can't take one
massively-
out.
Yeah, can't take one
No.
out. Massively bring something each individually. So that's a compliment to
I know what
them.
you mean. I think in the West we're very used to bands being like two lead singers and then a guy who might get a few lines and then you kind of got one or two that are just it feels like they're just there. But again, sometimes actually I always use my Westlife reference because They were my life. Are my life. Oh.
BTS have become the biases.
Oh my god! I
Moving
think
on. So.
oh my god!
And you always had like 2 lead singers, a guy who was often singing, and then 2 that didn't sing as much. But if you were a fan, you had the albums, you knew that they can sing and they do sing. But the general stuff was the same.
Yeah, something I've never really had like a more even sort of distribution.
Look at my guilt face. Look at it. You're not seeing this. You're not seeing this because she's staring at me.
Do you feel like you're cheating on Westlife?
No, I just feel bad that they were my loves for so long. They still are, but if I have a choice on who I'm meeting, it's BTS.
Okay, she's just realised it,
in comparison to your peak obsession level of Westlife versus which one do you think is more?
Okay, now this is where I sound really old, but when I was into Westlife, it was all, my walls were covered in posters because I was a teenager, and you were going and buying CDs and listening to them on a CD player.
I understand it's slightly different.
So it wasn't the same kind of, I didn't have access to everything immediately through the internet. I couldn't be looking at them on the internet all the time and all of that, so I couldn't go to that level of obsession. But I did used to watch the music videos a lot, to the point that I could sit in front of the TV with my back to it and tell you who was on screen and exactly what they were doing.
What we're saying is she's always been insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I say? When I like something, I go all in.
An obsessive personality.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, as long as it's on the right track, and then it's healthy.
And yeah, it's not dangerously obsessed.
There could be worse things, actually.
Yeah,
there are worse things I could be obsessed with.
It's true.
Sorry,
that's diet and exercise.
There are worse things I'm obsessed with, but they're all legal. Yeah, so enough about me.
I'm so glad that you, I'm very thankful for you for this.
Oh, you're welcome.
Not you. No, it's never you.
So, thanks for watching, and hopefully you watch more videos. If not, maybe we'll see you for next year's anniversary. ARMYversary, sorry. It's a new thing. ARMYversary. So, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.